Hey, it's Garrett, and welcome to a brand new first listen on my channel. Today, I'm listening to Malp's Your Mind is Dirty. It's a track that's seen a lot of hype online, especially on TikTok and Instagram, where there is a very, let's say, suggestive sample that's used on this track. You might know Malp from Drugs from Amsterdam, massive track last year, and I would say this is kind of like the follow-up to that track. So this is Malp, Your Mind is Dirty, for a first listen on my channel. So that was Malp's Your Mind is Dirty. It's definitely going to get a lot of airplay, and I think it's a great move to have it released during the weekend of EDC. As I'm recording this video, this is the weekend of EDC Las Vegas, and I think this track will get played a lot. So it's a release on John Summit's album. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. So it's a release on John Summit's label. And like I said, it has a very suggestive sample. I think Your Mind is Dirty is definitely a vocal that will see a lot of kind of different remixes, and the track itself will see a lot of different remixes. Not as much as Drugs from Amsterdam, as that was an absolute smash of a hit last year, where we saw a lot of different takes on Drugs from Amsterdam. Because I got my Drugs from Amsterdam, very kind of iconic, classic kind of sample from in dance music now, as we've seen it in trance scene, dubstep, tech house kind of thing. It's definitely a follow-up to Drugs from Amsterdam, as we kind of heard in the middle, the do. Let's try and play it. Like, it's definitely a follow-up from Drugs from Amsterdam, as this could be perfectly mixed into that track. So I like the track. It's definitely an idea that has been on my radar. I've kind of been waiting for this track for a little bit, because I was playing just a rip off of SoundCloud this week. So it's a nice track. I don't know if it's hard nowadays, because I think, yes, social media is amazing for artists and amazing for music and the discovery of music, and it's really beneficial. However, I think sometimes tracks have to meet this level of hype, and when they're released, I'm not saying that this track doesn't, but it's okay. It's a good track. I think it's definitely going to be something where I'll like it on Spotify. I'll give it a real burner this weekend, and we'll see how it goes from there. I will be playing it on my podcast next week. So if you didn't know, I have a podcast, Eating Weekly podcast. I resurrected it after a 2-year hiatus. So over 370 episodes, 200,000 downloads kind of thing. So definitely check that out if you like the content on my channel. You want to hear more music and more electronic dance music from me. Check it out with the links in the description. I am nervous about playing this track on the podcast, as I have a very supportive mother, and she's a nurse, and she does like to play in her office, so I might need a trigger warning on the episode. Or maybe I just let it play out and enjoy the chaos that ensues. That could be fun. But I'll probably have a warning on the episode, as the kids in the car, or if you're playing this on the job site, you might get some looks. But I think that's also kind of fun, like I said. All right, let's bring it back to summarize. I think it's a good track. I think it's definitely going to get a lot of airplay. I think because of the usage of the moaning samples, the track's going to do better than if it didn't have it. Like, I think Your Mind is Dirty is a good vocal, but I don't think it stands out as much as a track if you don't have the moaning. And if we're being serious, like, that's part of the reason I'm doing a video on this track, because I think it definitely is going to get that airplay, or at least that play online, just because of the sample. As we're probably gonna see a moment during EDC this weekend where someone's taking a video and everyone's just like, what is he playing, kind of thing. All right, so that's it for this week's video, or this video. Don't know when there's gonna be the next one, but I'm glad to be back on the channel. Like I said, if you haven't checked out my podcast, please do so. EDM Weekly Podcast on your favorite podcasting platform. We are trying to get on all the platforms, so if it's not there, try another one, or on edmweekly.com. All right, see me next time.